Easton's coach, Richard Dasnev's, pretty much mission accomplished. Tight squeeze in the end, but through to the semi-finals.
Yeah, I think this team has a way of just making it a lot tighter than it should be, but obviously very chuffed with the end result. We had one slip up during the week against Gauteng, which we probably shouldn't have based on the situation, but very happy to be through to the semi-finals. And looking at the other groups, it looks like we're probably going to be hosting the semi-finals as well.
That blitz in the beginning, 60 runs in just on 3 overs, that was the clincher, if anyone was watching, I would assume.
Yeah, so tactically we decided we were going to go hard up front. It worked out. I think the 5 balls thereafter where we ended up losing 4 wickets sort of brought the game back into the balance. But Wesley Marshall was really on fire up top of the order. And in the end, we thought 170 was enough. That was from about 7-8 overs out. That was the number we had in mind. We got to it, and it ended up being enough.
Talk us through Tomo's rotation of bowlers. I think that was also key, the way I saw it. Incredible rotation, kept the batsman guessing, spin, pace, variation. He used all in all about 7 bowlers, if I recall. That tactically was also exceptionally astute.
Yeah, so actually 8 bowlers. We used 8 bowlers. We got four good spin options and 4 good seam options. So that is the balance that I like and our selectors like to do in white ball cricket. It worked well for us last year as well. So we sort of know the situation, and we got a bowler for every different type of situation. Tom is obviously very experienced as a leader, and he had to draw on all that experience today again.
And you seem to have Northern's number, and that BMT came through again. There were probably a couple of guys thinking back to that one-day final last season.
Yeah, so fortunately enough that I think 10 out of the 11 played in the one-day final last year. So we could draw on that experience. It is something we mentioned before, that if it gets tight, we do tend to pull through. I think last year in the one-day cup, we had 7 games out of our 9 group games that went to the last over, of which we were on the right side of it 6 out of the 7. So we're fortunate that we're starting to get over the line. We're getting ourselves into winning positions, and we tend to hold that moment quite well at the end. Not ideal for the coaching staff. We're losing our hair a little bit on the side of the field, but overall pretty chuffed with where we are.